I grew up swinging a hammer for a general contractor, doing framing and roofing. And just so people know, this is actually Greg and I getting to know each other.
Yeah,
so this is good. Just as it's important to screen your residents, it's equally as important to screen your property owners. And that there's no question about that.
How do you screen the client?
Really, it's, you meet them in person and just what are your goals, right? Are they in line? Like for us, we want to have attractive houses in neighborhoods that folks want to rent. And we want owners that will foot the bill if anything were to go wrong and not cut corners.
What else have you learned about the business in general that maybe you didn't have much of a clue about or know as much when you started? What's something that's starting to bubble up in your mind?
I didn't think it would be as common, and I'm just going to go back to the owner part. I didn't think it was going to be as common. I thought, personally when I was managing my own portfolio, that everybody took a similar path and a similar vision. That's not the case. I mean, there are a lot of folks out there, and you can use the term slumlord if you want, but there's a lot of that going on, more than I would have expected before I went out and started expanding my business, What's interesting, and I was actually just reading an article on this last night, is the control of unrelated people living together. In single family house, could be, depending on the county or city you're in, could be no more than 3 unrelated persons living together to split that rent, right? That really kind of ties young professionals that want to stay in a dense area like Providence, where the rent's really, increasing. Because now it limits their ability to split that rent. We've always trailed behind Boston somewhat, right? And it's all relative. I mean, I just, a couple weeks ago, leased a property to a couple that came down from Boston. Got priced out of Southie, and he is happily, at top dollar, happily renting our property on the east side. Right? No problem. I think the school system has a very heavy hand, right, in desired neighborhoods for sure. Especially, say, like my Lincoln properties that I manage. I mean, that Lincoln pulls in from all the surrounding towns, of course, because of their school system. Barrington, same thing, and then when you go in South County.
And we can't build that many units, right?
Exactly.
How many units can we build in a year? I mean, maybe 1,000?
I don't have the metric, but we definitely can't keep up with it. The latest thing that I read is that just like there's no way for us to catch up to what we needed to do to keep up with demand. We talk more than folks probably think we do as competitors in the space, right? It's got to be a collaborative thing. On a national level, right, there's NARPM, right? And then it even needs to go down locally and over borders, right? There needs to be, not agreements in place, but there needs to be that relationship between property managers and states. Because if somebody moves out of state, right, and they want to, buy property out of state, then you can refer them over and vice versa. And then if we all, as PMs in general, push each other to be better, right, that's going to give just the market in general a better product.
Correct.
If there's healthy competition, right, we're all trying to scale at some level and feed off each other. Oh, what is that guy doing? What software is he using? Whatever. Like, we're all 100%. Getting better, for sure, at the end of the day. And I think it delivers a better product to the market.
And the reputation of our industry will be better.